Yes, people, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel and welcome back to an SPFL match week video. It is match week 14 of the 21-22 Scottish Premiership season. I am very, very sorry that I have not had a chance to get these videos out. And I've been obviously ill as well, but it's so good to be back with you guys this week. Let me just say, I got absolutely zilch on the last game week. It was a terrible week for me. Really, really poor. Top scorer in the comments. There wasn't many high scores because, to be fair, there was only 4 games to predict. And Ballum managed to get 3 points with the Ross County Hibs prediction spot on. So very, very well done, Ballum. So we move on to Dundee against Motherwell. Obviously, Dundee will be the fresher of the two teams. You know, they've managed to. They haven't had a game this week. Motherwell, on the other hand, they won by 2-0 against Hearts. And I have to say, I was very, very impressed with them. I thought they played really, really well. It wasn't so much about Motherwell being poor or anything, or Hearts being poor or anything. It was just I thought Motherwell played very, very well. And Ricky Lamy scoring a goal as well is a rarity in itself. So I was very, very impressed with the way that Motherwell played. But as I've said, Dundee will definitely be the fresher of the two sides. They are sitting second bottom at the moment, Dundee, so they'll want to get away from that. But a big win for obviously. We will obviously come to Ross County very shortly, but Dundee will be wanting to bounce back and try and get a victory. But the way Motherwell were playing, I mean, I predicted them to be top 6 at the end of the season, and they seem to be doing that at this moment in time. So I think Motherwell will win this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Motherwell. I just think that Motherwell will have too much for Dundee. And now we have Hearts against St Mirren now. Obviously, Hearts did lose by 2-0 against Motherwell in the last game, and that's probably as worse a performance that I've seen from Hearts in a long, long time. Look, they've only lost 2 games all season, and you have to say that both defeats have been deserved. I mean, Motherwell played very, very well against Hearts, and they are without Moore, who got two silly yellow cards, it has to be said. But yeah, I think the second yellow, I think you'd probably say it's bordering on the line of shoulder barge. So I don't know how you can be sent off for a shoulder barge anyway. But disappointing result for Hearts, so they'll definitely be wanting to bounce back for sure. St Mirren pegged back in the last couple of minutes against Livingston. Very, very good goal from Jamie McGrath. An absolute wonder goal, wasn't it? Absolute wonder goal from McGrath, and really, really good to see as well. But St Mirren just couldn't hang on at this moment in time, and they managed to get a 1-1 draw with Livingston, who are getting better. It has to be said, they're getting better with each game as it passes as well. Look, it is at Tynecastle, so I'd fully expect Hearts to bounce back from that defeat against Motherwell. I am going to go for Hearts 3, St Mirren 1. I do think it will be a very, very good game for the Jam Tarts. And now we have Ross County against Dundee United. Ross County getting an absolute massive victory against Hibernian last night. Really, really impressive win as well. Like it was a very, very narrow 1-0 win, but they managed to get the victory, and that is a huge win because it takes them to within a point of Dundee, and it takes them to within, I think, 4 off Livingston now. So big win, big win for Malky Mackay and Ross County for sure. Dundee United getting a 1-0 win over Aberdeen. It's not so much about them winning the game. It's all about the incidents that happened after that. A Dundee United fan has been obviously banned for pushing Fonso Ojo. Look, it's ridiculous how, you know, Aberdeen's Funzo Onjo is not actually going to get his red card rescinded because it's 2 yellow cards. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. However, you could say for the time being that Dundee United is a very, very good victory, and, you know, continues their push for, you know, top 6, and they're doing it really, really well as it stands. So very, very well done to Dundee United for that. But yeah, incidents off the pitch, it's not great to see. So with that being said, there was drama in this game as well. You know, I think there was drama between these two the last time these met, and I do expect drama this time, but I think they'll do the talking on the pitch rather than off it this time around. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Dundee United, and Dundee United get a very good away victory. And then we have St Johnstone against Hibernian. Obviously, St Johnstone did lose 1-0 to Celtic very, very late on as well, it has to be said. It's disappointing, but they can now focus on the league. You know, it was always going to be a tough ask against the Celtic. The holders are obviously out of the League Cup, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting game, this one, because Hibernian, yes, they lost 1-0 to Ross County last night, and they will be without Christian Doidge and Martin Boyle, who also got a red card after the final whistle as well. So very, very disappointing night at the office for Hibernian last night against Ross County. Having said that, Martin Boyle did his talking on the pitch against Rangers with a first half hat-trick. Absolutely fantastic performance from Hibs. You know, they had to dug in deep in the second half. Defensively were very, very sound. You know, obviously Rangers did pull one back for obviously Scott Arfield, but wasn't enough, and a hat-trick from Martin Boyle was very, very good to see as well. And yeah, Hibs have done it again at Hampden Park, so, you know, they go into the final against Celtic, and that's going to be a good game, that one. That is going to be a very, very good game, this one. But with this game, St Johnstone Hibs, no Martin Boyle, no Christian Doidge. I worry for Hibs. That's kind of two of their best attacking players just been sort of taken out of the firing line now. And obviously both of them got red cards, so very, very disappointing to see. I'm actually going to go for a St Johnstone win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to St Johnstone. I just think it'll be a very easy win for St Johnstone. And now we move on to the Sunday games, and what an interesting first game in charge for Giovanni van Bronckhorst. It is Livingston against Rangers. Livingston managed to get a 1-1 draw with St Mirren, an absolute fantastic strike from Nicky Devlin. Basically just comes to him at the edge of the box and he pearls it into the bottom corner. Really, really great finish. That one against the Rangers side, who, well, they lost 3-1 against Hibs. It could have been a lot more, to be honest with you. They are playing in the Europa League tonight. I think it's Sparta Prague. Is it Sparta Prague that they've got? So that's a big, big game for them. But Livingston have already beaten Celtic. They've already beaten Celtic this season at the Tony Macaroni, and they haven't had a home game for a while. So it's going to be a very interesting game. And, you know, Rangers is probably not the start that Giovanni van Bronckhorst would want to be thrown into the Lions' den against the Livingston side, who are going to be very, very, you know, physical, very, very attacking as well on the ball. And, you know, Livingston have beaten Rangers in the past before, so this is a very, very tricky game to call. But I just have a feeling that Livingston are going to get something, because it'll be interesting to see what kind of team Van Bronckhorst puts out against Sparta Prague. The Rangers are probably out of the Europa League anyway. But having said that, I just have a feeling that Livingston are going to grab something out of this game. I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw. I mean, I was very, very close to predicting the Livingston win, but I just have a feeling that Rangers will grab something at the very end. Livingston might actually score first in this game, and then maybe Rangers just grab an equaliser or something along those lines. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Livingston and Rangers. And now the final game to preview and predict is Celtic against Aberdeen. Celtic are through to another League Cup final with a 1-0 win over St Johnstone. And this is a huge game for them as well. Tonight they play, I think it's Real Betis at... I think they play Real Betis at Celtic. No, actually, no, they don't. Sorry. They play Bayer Leverkusen away. That's a big game. That is a big, big game. If they can get anything out of that game, could be an interesting last game against Real Betis, because Leverkusen have got Ferencváros. So, Celtic looking like they could potentially go through, but if not, then, I think the Conference League, I think whoever finishes third, I think goes down to the Conference League. It's very, 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 very confusing. Anyway, let me just say that. But, Celtic are going well under Onge Postoglu, for sure. A lot of people doubted him, but managed to get a cup final already. So very, very well done to him. And, they'll be hoping to win that next month. Aberdeen lost by 1-0 against Dundee United. Wasn't a pretty game, but obviously, I've already spoken about, the Fonso Ojo. He's obviously going to be suspended for this game as well. Aberdeen have a terrible record against Celtic, an absolutely terrible record against Celtic, and especially at Celtic Park. But I just think Celtic are going to be too strong for Aberdeen. I'm going to go for Celtic 2, Aberdeen 0. So that's it. That is SPFL Match Week 14 done and dusted. As I've said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Ballum, you'll get a shout out in the next video. So Dundee 0, Motherwell 2, Hearts 3, St Mirren 1, Ross County 1, Dundee United 2, St Johnstone 2, Hibernian 0, Livingston 1, Rangers 1, and Celtic 2, Aberdeen 0. So that's it. Livingston Rangers and Celtic Aberdeen are obviously the two games to look forward to at the weekend, and we'll see what happens in that one. But until then, it's goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well, and I'll see you all on Monday for the next video. Take care. Bye bye for now.